Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So today we are talking all about Grace Kelly and her favorite beauty products that you can still buy today. And if you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. My name is Laura and this is a channel where I talk about all things vintage fashion and beauty. So please don't forget to hit the big red button below and subscribe. Also, please don't forget to follow me on Instagram because I always do corresponding IGT videos of makeup tutorials that are vintage to go with my videos, so please don't forget to follow me on Instagram and say hello as well. I linked everything below. Alright, let's jump right in and talk about Grace Kelly's favorite beauty products that you can still buy today. So I was first introduced to Grace Kelly when I was a kid, maybe 8 or 9 years old, when I got into Alfred Hitchcock movies. My parents introduced me to Alfred Hitchcock. One of the first ones I watched was Rear Window, and that is still one of my favorite movies today. And I just always admired her. I loved her fashion and her beauty. I just think she's a classic beauty. And I got this incredible book on Amazon all about Grace Kelly, and it's just filled with beautiful photos of her, just like old black and white photos of her on set, and there's just so much to learn about her in this book, so I highly recommend picking up this book if you are a fan of Grace Kelly. And I also love this book because I was able to kind of look at her makeup and get some up-close photos to see how she did her makeup. It really helped when I was creating her look and kind of looking to see what colors she used. So I highly recommend this book for anyone that wants to learn more about Grace Kelly. So to start out, I'm going to start out with Grace Kelly's perfume. This perfume was actually custom made for her. And the perfume is called Creed Fleurissimo. And this perfume was actually created on her wedding day to complement her bridal bouquet. It was a gift from her husband, Prince Rainier. And it's a signature scent with bergamot, rose, and violet. And the fragrance kind of smells like a fairy tale romance. It's subtle yet glamorous, and it's just a beautiful fragrance. It is quite incredible. It's a beautiful floral fragrance. I quite like it. And the brand Creed is actually a very vintage brand. It is from 1760 and it's a Paris perfumery. So I'm interested to try some of the other ones, and this one's made in France. You can tell it's very good quality. It's actually quite timeless and still smells somewhat contemporary, but it's just a beautiful floral fragrance. So this is the first item that Grace Kelly used and loved, and you can still buy it today. So I'll link everything below so you can see where you can get this perfume. Moving on to Grace Kelly's skincare routine, along with many other old Hollywood celebrities like Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn, they all used and loved Erno Lazlo, and Grace Kelly was no exception. She used the Erno Lazlo face cream. This one was actually invented for Marilyn Monroe to help with a scar that she had, and Grace Kelly loved this one too, and it's called the Formula 39 Repair Balm. I've used it a few times. It's a very rich, beautiful cream. I highly recommend it if you have dry skin or any scarring that you want to get rid of. I have been using it on my face and it is really nice and definitely worth it. A little goes a long way as well. Expensive though, I think it retails for close to $300. But I do like the vintage inspired packaging, and I just love that all of my favorite old Hollywood celebrities use this. So this is the first item, and it's the Erno Lazlo Formula 39 Repair Balm. Grace Kelly also used the Erno Lazlo Phelityl Cleansing Bar. This is the same cleansing bar that Audrey Hepburn also used, and it's definitely a staple in any vintage skincare routine. Her and Marilyn Monroe both use this, as well as Audrey, and it's like a classic, it has like clay and charcoal in it, and it's good for deep cleansing. So Grace Kelly used this in her regular skincare routine. I'm going to talk a little bit about Grace Kelly's makeup. I was not able to find the exact products that she used for her makeup, but looking at the old photos and doing some research online, I kind of found a few things that you could use to replicate her look. I also made an IGT video of me doing the whole look so you can see how I applied it. But to start, she had a simple foundation, not too heavy, very soft and kind of peachy pink toned. And then she would, for eyeshadow, she would only use silver. This was for her evening look. For day, she would do a little bit of pastel, maybe a pastel green, subtle pastel, maybe yellow or blue. But for evening, she would just do one swoop of kind of a silver tone on her eyeshadow just above the eyelid. She wouldn't go up to the eyebrow bone or anything like that. It would just be over the eyelid, and it would be silver, which she wore based on the books and my research online. So I chose this Avon palette because it has lots of silver tones that would be perfect for recreating the look. And Avon is a vintage cosmetic brand that has been around for a long time, and it was available in the 50s, and it's affordable too. For blush, Grace Kelly wore 2 shades of blush. I'm wearing the look now. She wore like a darker shade kind of to contour the cheek, like lower cheekbone here to add dimension. And then on the apples of the cheeks, she would use kind of a brighter pink. And I love this 1950s inspired pink by Avon. It's a very bright, kind of peachy, rosy pink that, in my opinion, is historically accurate for the 1950s. So I always like to include this blush in my 1950s videos. And this is the one I'm wearing, and it looks like something that Grace Kelly would also wear. For lips, she was a huge fan of Dior, and this is one of my favorite go-to lipsticks. This is Dior 999. This was the first red lipstick by Dior, and it's just a very beautiful red. It's very classic and timeless, and Grace Kelly was known to wear this shade of red lipstick from Dior. Mascara, Grace Kelly did not put anything on the lower eyelids, no eyeliner, no mascara. She would just do the upper lashes. She didn't use a curler, and she didn't have really heavy, oversized curled lashes. They were very subtle and very natural looking. And for eyeliner, she did, in the evening, she liked to use a very subtle black eyeliner, and in the day she would use a gray eyeliner. She didn't do a big exaggerated wing look either. It's just very subtle along the lash line. It's a very natural, almost no makeup look, which is quite popular today. I also have this beautiful jewelry set inspired by Grace Kelly, made by Mir Bourgeois, and it's inspired by some of her old Hollywood looks, as you can see in the photos, and I think it's just like a classic piece, and definitely is something Grace Kelly would wear, and I wanted to showcase that as well. And I featured it in some other videos. So that is it for my Grace Kelly video. I've been so excited to do this one because I know you guys have requested it many times. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you tried any of these products? I'd also love to know if you've tried the perfume, and I've linked everything below. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!